अजीज़ तलबा और तालबात, फ़रूक फाउंडेशन ऑनलाइन स्कूल के ज़रिए यकसा नसाब के मुताबिक तालीम हासिल करें। अगर हमारी वीडियोस पसंद आएँ तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करें और बेल आइकन को लाजमी दबाएं ताकि आइंदा आने वाली तालीमी वीडियोस आप हासिल कर सकें।
बजो तसो ऑनलाइन स्कूल नखपल पूरा तालीम कवे शई और द बोर्ड एग्ज़ाम्स द अनम और द लसम वलम आराम सरा पासवल शई तसो खपल नूर हम तालीम हासिल कवे शई खपल उम्र मुताबिक खपल मोर या प्लाट ता फ़ोन या लैपटॉप ज़रिए मुंग सरा ऑनलाइन क्लास हस्तनो ते पारा खबर कवे शई रोज़ाना यूँ या 2 घंटे ऑनलाइन क्लास अहले न चुबेता सो स्कूल तजीन तो तब नूर मदद ज़रूरत नहीं दसे पढ़ी सर तसो खपल टाइम और द मोर प्लाट पैसे हम बच कवे शई ऑनलाइन क्लास से हम फ़ीस निश्ता तो जूम मने नूर हम क्लासेस हस्तल छी और हर मज़मून वाला मुकम्मल वीडियोस मौजूदी दी. Students, today we are going to start a new unit 10, an application for the admission in a school. So now we are going to learn that how we will be writing an application. First of all, in the previous chapters, in 2 chapters, we learned how to write a letter, an informal letter, and what is the pattern of informal letters. Now we are going to learn the pattern of application, that how if we are going to write an application, what is the proper pattern and what are its important elements to write an application. So we are going to learn these things in this unit. So let's start this chapter. So students, we are going in this pre-reading section, we are going to focus on the part of the letter that we learned in the previous chapter, like unit 9 and unit 7. So here the format of letter is given. This is given so in order to keep in your mind that what is the difference between application and letter. There is quite a clear difference between the two. So in order to make you understand what is application and how it is written, first you have to revise what is letter and how the letter is written and what are the components that are included in the letter. Students, thus the para pre-reading section के the letter will format ज़कदर कड़े कि thus the पता वाले कि application मांस के और the letter मांस के से फ़र्क था जे एप्लीकेशन की कुम कंपोनेंट्स भी और लेटर के कुम कंपोनेंट्स भी जे कलमू लिखूँ दे डिफरेंस दे पर दरकड़े से उस दाटोल हर से रिवाइज को जे लेटर वाला से फॉर्मेट वो मुकुम चिरस तो यूनिट 9 के और यूनिट 7 के अज़दा करे हो महा हे दे पारा द रिवीजन दे पारा द सीधा वो मु फोकस को चे दे वाला मेन कंपोनेंट्स से दी आही नपस तो मु एप्लीकेशन वाला स्टडी का वो आहे वाला वो पार्ट्स को वे मुझे क्लियर डिफरेंस पता होगा कि एप्लीकेशन और लेटर मार्क्स के सफ़र था. So here inside address is given the name and the address of the person to whom the letter is addressed. Next is the salutation or greeting, like when we say that dear father or dear Ali, like whenever we want to mention someone's name and add the word dear with it. So it is a kind of a greeting and salutation. Body, this part clearly explains the purpose of the letter or problem. It can also suggest a solution. The body can be divided into paragraphs, like the main purpose or the main information is given in the section of the body. Closing, when you say thank you and you say your sincerely, then at the end as a signature you write your name, and at the last of the letter you write the date. So this is the common pattern of the letter. लेटर के चिदा इनसाइड एड्रेस भी चुकुम के दसु चाहता लेटर लिखई अहो वाला चिदा के एड्रेस लिखले भी आहे ना बाद अहो वाला नेम लिखई सैल्यूटेशन के और सारा डियर लिखई बॉडी के मुँह वाला मेन इन्फॉर्मेशन भी चुकुम मुँह अच्छा था खबर को अगर टोल इन्फॉर्मेशन मुँह बॉडी की लिखली भी अक्सर मुँह पैराग्राफ्स फॉर्म के लिखूँ बॉडी के हर यूशे आहे ना बाद क्लोजिंग रहती है क्लोजिंग की मुँह एंड के चुकुम मुँह वाला चाहता मु लेटर लिखूँ आहते मु थैंक यू या यू आहिना बाद योर्स सिंसियरली लिखूँ योर्स फेथफुली दसे के दा खबरी लिखूँ एंड के सिग्नेचर रसी सिग्नेचर के चिदा कना मुखपल नमा लिखूँ और लास्ट के डेट लिखूँ नो दा यो कॉमन पैटर्न द लेटर वाला चिकुम मु फॉलो करूँ. Look at the letter format above and discuss in pairs the difference between formal and informal letter format. I think mostly this informal and formal letter format is mostly the same. There is not quite a difference between the two, but the difference is in the language that is used in the letter. For example, when you write a salutation or greeting, you are more formal in it. Like you write the person's name, respected or such, not dear mostly, because dear is something informal. And in body, you try to be more formal, like you do not use words that are more warmth giving or that are used for families and friends, as you know that the difference between the formal and informal letter. Closing, you do not write sincere, faithfully, or yours truly. You mostly write yours sincerely, because this sounds more formal. And in signature, you write your name and then it is the date. So these are the slightest differences between the informal and formal letter. So you are going to download from internet different styles and the different kind of informal formal patterns. Then it might be more clear for you people. Chikum inside address ta aha same legal chi informal kim or formal kim. Formal ki da difference ta informal na mu informal ki zyadtar dear use ko हो चिकल मु जैसे कि फॉर्मल लेटर लिखो है कि मुझे मोस्टली रिस्पेक्टेड या दिस तरीके वाले वर्ड्स लिखो चिकुम देर फॉर्मल लागी अहिने अलावा बॉडी की मुद्दे से लैंग्वेज यूज़ को चिकुम के देर चिदा कहना स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड वर्ड्स बिना के चिकुम चिदा कहना जैसे कि वर्ड्स भी चिकुम के फ्रेंकली मु यो बल सारा इस्तेमाल हो फ्रेंड्स या फैमिलीज़ के कहना अहिना बाद क्लोजिंग के थैंक यू ना बाद मु योर सिंसियरली लिखो हमेशा योर्स ट्रूली या योर्स faithfully कलम ने लिखूँ हाफ इनफॉर्मल के लिकलशी आइना बस सिग्नेचर के खबर नेम और डेट लिकलशी दैट संगे इनफॉर्मल की लिखी नो द स्लाइड चेंजेस दी इनफॉर्मल और फॉर्मल के नो नो पैटर्न तकरीबन सेम भी हमेशा. So now I'm going to read this application for you people. Application is mostly formal. Whenever you write application to like your school teacher, your principal, or like it's mostly written for this purpose. So it sounds more formal and it is no informal language is used. So now we are going to read and then we will have an idea that what the application is about. The headmaster, Government High School number 1, Banu City. Now you can see this is the address. Dear sir is the salutation, or you can say greeting. My father, who is an accountant in the main body starts here. My father, who is an accountant in the National Bank, has been transferred from Nowshera to Banu. I was a student of the 8th class in Government High School, Nowshera. Now I request you to give me admission in the same class in your school. In my school at Nowshera, I was considered one of the best students in the class. I was always one of the first 5 in every examination. In English and mathematics, I often secured the highest marks. Besides, I am a sportsman and was a member of the school basketball team. I was also scout and attended the National Jamboree at Nathia Gully in 2016. Copies of my certificates are attached with my application. I hope you will kindly give me admission. I assure you that I will soon get good reports from all my teachers. Thanking you, yours obediently, Atif Khan, dated 26 March 2017. Now you can see this is the same pattern we have read in the previous page, that in the start there is address, then it is the salutation, then it is the main body. This whole is the main body, and the last line that is thanking you is a kind of closing, and then you write your obediently. This is the closing part, and Atif Khan is the signature, and at the end it is the date. So now this is the whole new pattern of application. This is more formal and it is more straightforward than in informal letters. So this is the slightest difference between the application. एप्लीकेशन के हमेशा चिदा मुता पता वाला गिदा चिदा रस्त मुकुम पैटर्न पढ़ाओ कर लो तकरीबन मही हुआ नहीं था मही में नहीं पक्के एड्रेस था स्टार्ट की चिकुम तमु लिखू मोला कुम अथॉरिटी था या प्रिंसिपल था या टीचर था चाहते चिमु एप्लीकेशन लिखू आहा एड्रेस बहने बाद डियर सर देखिए मैं मोस्टली सर यूज़ करूँ सर वाला वर्ड एप्लीकेशन के मु नेम ने लिखू नो डियर सर द सैल्यूटेशन या ग्रीटिंग डालू मुसरा अहिना बच्चे दैट सोरे बॉडी द मुसरा और द टोल पैराग्राफ्स थी बॉडी हमेशा पैराग्राफ फॉर्म्स के लिए शी मुसरा द पैराग्राफ डालू बॉडी के अहिना बस द एंड के क्लोजिंग के थैंकिंग यू योर्स ओबीडियंटली द मुसरा क्लोजिंग के राशि अहिना बस मुसरा आतिफ खान द मुला सिग्नेचर डालो और एट द एंड डेट तमु सरा चे आहा टोलना एंड के लिए छी नो द सेम एड्रेस वो द सेम पैटर्न हो चुकुम मु रस्तो पढ़ाओ करलो महे मुतबिक चिदा कना हमेशा एप्लीकेशन लिखल छी वर्ड्स मीनिंग accountant a person whose job is to keep or check financial accounts assure to give confidence to Jamboree, a large meeting of scouts, guides, a large party or celebration. Accountant मतलब भी चे आहा कस चुकुम वाला जॉब से भी चे आहा फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट्स चेक की चे फाइनेंस के सोरा मतलब उसका स्कूल अकाउंटेंट दा आहा सो एडमिशन्स की गई सोरा सकी ये हेला हिसाब किताब सती अकाउंटेंट अश्योर मतलब ही चित चाहता यकीन दहानी वो की चिदा यकीन दिलाओ के चिदा शे दिसिदा जम्बूरी यो लार्ज होनी मीटिंग हुई स्तर मीटिंग चुकुम के या हर सेलिब्रेशन हुई पार्टी हुई अही तो जम्बूरी विल छी now we are going to make sentences of these words in order to make it clear the meaning for you people and later on we will be doing these questions and then we will be answering all these 3 questions. Words sentences accountant our school accountant deals all the admissions assure I always try to assure my mother about my health Jamboree they held a jamboree for the farewell of the seniors accountant मोल स्कूल के जिकुम मोल स्कूल अकाउंटेंट था आखा आहर टोल एडमिशन्स डील गई assure ज़हपल मदर था हमेशा खपल सेहत बरी के अश्योर काम मतलब चे यकीन वर काम चे वाला हेल्थ टिकता जम्बूरी फेयर सीनियर्स ता चे फेयरवेल वर करो नो आहे ना यो जम्बूरी होनी जोड़ो मतलब आहे टोल खलक चिरगली हो फेयरवेल के सीनियर्स वाला नो आहे यो काइंड ऑफ सेलिब्रेशन हो नो है तमुझे जम्बूरी आयु Hope now these meanings are clear to you people because this is the only way in order to understand the meaning of words when we use them in the sentences. So in this way we can learn what is the meaning of the difficult words. Answer the following questions. If you write a letter to the editor of the daily newspaper, how will you write the inside address and salutation? So now we are going to write if we are writing a letter to the editor. So how will we write address and a salutation? 33 Jalvihar, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Now this is, you can see it's an address, inside address. Then the date and the editor, Hindustan Times, New Delhi. Now this is the whole address. And dear editor, this is the salutation. After this, the body continues. So this whole part is considered as the inside address and salutation. So this is the way to write if you are writing to any editor. First you will write their address and after that you will write date. Then you will write the editor, in which newspaper he works and from which city. So this is the way to write the address and then you will say dear editor. Now this is the salutation, and after that you are going to write the body. Chimukalam address liku Ahamu 33 Jalvihar Varanasi Uttar Pradesh State Puliku Ahinabad ahe pasi the editor chukum newspaper ke kar ke laka Hindustan Times ukum city ki New Delhi no damusara inside address ralo ahina pas dear editor damusar salutation ralo ahina bad mumukh pal maha same body continue satu. Is there a post office near house? Have you ever been there? Yes, we have a post office Pakistan at a distance of 10 minutes from our house. Once I visited there to post a letter and a gift to my friend living in Lahore. हम कोर्स सारे यो पोस्ट ऑफिस पाकिस्तान दे चुकुम मुअल्लिफ कोना 10 minutes distance बनेदा और माँ पल लेटर यूज़र पोस्ट करो गिफ्ट में पोस्ट करो पल फ्रेंड था लाहौर की चपती की दा. Write down your name and address on an envelope. So now this is a picture. Here you can see whenever you are posting a letter, so on the on the envelope you are going to write something in a pattern, like for example if your own address you are going to write your name, your own address. Okay, so this is the return address, then it's to means address to whom you are sending, recipient's full name, your business name, like street address, like whole thing. And like this is the pattern. First you have to write your own address, your own name, then you will have to write the name of the recipient and their address. Chikalam envelope also na he pasa mukhpal address em liku khpal name liku aw chata muastu ahe wala name or address em liku. No start ke wo left side tha mukhpal name bo start ke wali ko mukhpal address ahina pas right side ta landi mu bo recipient wala pura naam liku aw wala address po liku. A paraphrase is a small group of words without a finite verb that together have a particular meaning and that typically form a part of the sentence. Okay, like phrase is a kind of a groups of words, small words. It's not such a big a part of a sentence which can have a verb or which can have all the all the elements of a sentence. It's a small group of words that that may or may not have a meaning properly, but it is a part of the sentence. As we all know that a sentence have a phrase as well as clause. So clause has always meaning and phrase has sometimes it has the meaning and sometimes it does not have any meaning. So it might vary sometimes. Phrase मुद्दे से words था या यू आधे से group of small group of words भी चुकुम सर ज़रूरी नहीं था चाहे सर verb भी verb कलम आही सर ने भी हो आहा चुते क्या ना कलमु the meaning रखी कलमु the meaning न रखी no that depend कई हो आहा the sentence वाला part भी मुझे दा पता था जो sentence हमेशा phrases और clauses न जुड़ेगी हो clause वाला हमेशा meaning भी मुसरा विले चाहे कि verb use शवे भी या दसे बल से भी no आमु तो पता भी है कि ना मतलब meaning properly हो phrase यो दसे आहा दा चाहिए न ज़रूरी न चमु तो meaning मिलाऊशी. For example, all my dear children, the information age. Now you can see here this, and we know that the words are correct but the sentence is incomplete. It is a part of a sentence, but it is not a sentence in a whole. Okay, so underline the phrases through the keywords and match them with the relevant pictures. One has been done. So the dinosaur is holding a large egg. So it is matched with its own picture. The mechanic is checking air pressure in the tire. The mechanic, it's a phrase, and in the tire, it's also a phrase. So I have matched it with its own picture. You can see here. I have a great idea. A great idea. A great idea is a phrase, and you can see its picture. My baby likes playing with toys. So here, my baby is a phrase, or with toys is also a phrase. And you can see the picture here. The girl is sitting near the fire because it's very cold. The girl and the girl, you can see here, is a phrase. Near the fire is also a phrase, and its picture is given there on the top. The dinosaur is hatching from an egg. The dinosaur and an egg, these both are phrases. And here it's, you can see it's matched with its own picture. Do you remember elements of a paragraph? Yes, we have already done it twice in previous chapters, that what is a paragraph and what are its different components, like its topic sentence, and then its body sentence, and sentences, and then at the end it's the conclusion. So we know that how we write a paragraph. So the following words can help you write a good sequence paragraph. Whenever you write a paragraph, you need to write it with a certain sequence markers. Sequence markers are, sometimes they show us the order of the events, and they also show us the time in which the events take place. So these are some of the words that usually show us that what is happened when, and after that what else happened. So these these words help us to give us the sequence we want in our conversation. Or whenever we write paragraph or essay, we simply do it with the help of these sequence markers. So for order, we used first, second, third, etc. in the beginning, before, then, after, finally, at last, subsequently. And time, recently, previously, afterwards, when, after, yet. So these words show us time, and the rest of them show us the order. हमेशा सीक्वेंस मार्कर्स मुते यो सीक्वेंस रखी मुख्तल कलम पैराग्राफ लिखूँ, ऐसे लिखूँ, या इवन खपल कॉन्वर्सेशन को मुता हमेशा सीक्वेंस मार्कर्स ऑर्डर रखी, इवेंट्स वाला ऑर्डर मुता खई चे पहले से शेव्यू अहिना बाद से शेव्यू, और मुता दाम खई चे टाइम लिहाज सर मुता यो शे खई चे पहले कुम यो कर शेव्यू अहिना पस तक कुम कर शेव्यू, लाइक कुम टाइम के कुम कर शेव्यू. Recently, it has been discovered that the planet Jupiter has many interesting features. First of all, it has 13 satellites, yet it requires 10 hours to rotate. One of the Jupiter's most interesting features, however, it is its great size. Another unusual feature of Jupiter is that it is the only planet known to radiate heat. So in this paragraph, you can see here that recently, first of all, yet, however, another, these are all sequence markers. So in this, recently is time, first of all, and is the order, yet is also the time, however, and another is the also somehow order gives us. Write an essay of 3 or more paragraphs on my daily routine following conventions of essay writing and using sequence markers. So we are going to write an essay, a short essay in the form of paragraphs, to show the daily routine. My daily routine. When I wake up in the morning, first of all, I take a shower and brush my teeth. Then I offer my Fajr prayers, and after that I do my exercise, which I consider is very important for our body. Before going to school, I make sure I have a proper breakfast so that our health is maintained. Finally, I get ready for school and then pack my bag, and after that I start to walk for my school. So now you can see here it's a morning routine here. In first of all, then, after, before, finally, then, after, like all these words are considered as sequence markers, and with the help of these you can see how a person can explain his daily routine, that first of all I do this and then I do this, after that I go for a walk or go for school or do my breakfast. Like whenever we are explaining to someone our daily routine, or we are talking about our daily routine or even other events that are happening in our daily life, So whenever we are explaining to any of the person, we simply use these sequence markers, and with the help of them we complete our message or our information wherever we want to convey them. So this is simply helps. These are helpful in explaining to the listener that to making sense of the things. So with the help of these sequence markers, we can simply make them understand. So hope now this new thing is clear to you people, that what are sequence markers and how they are used and what is the purpose of them. So you have learned these things. Hope we are going to complete this chapter in the next video, inshallah. So till then, take care. Thank you.